The co-composite filling, the filling technique without any matrix. Klaus Kotschy, Vienna, Austria, September 2008. What is the idea of the co-composite technique? The idea is to build up teeth, as I say, direct, without any use of a matrix. The only way to achieve this is to pull the teeth apart from each other, for example with a separator. As you can see in the pictures, the technique could be used for small interdental fillings without destroying the marginal ridge on the occlusal surface, or, as you will see, for building up of MOD fillings or complete composite restorations with renewing of whole cuspids. What are the biggest advantages of the co-composite technique? Assurance that there will be no sulcus fluid at the preparation, predictable intensity of contact point, absolutely no extending of the filling over the preparation, smooth concave surface in the interdental area and therefore no plaque retention. As you can see, decay on tooth 44 distal and a leaking provisional on 45. First of all, I remove the old filling carefully, which is easier the provisional, but for the removal of composite fillings the microscope is essentially. After this, I excavate the smooth decay with a burr. In each dental treatment, I do every precise caries excavation after using the burr with the air abrasion technique with 27 microns of aluminum oxide. The big advantage of air abrasion is that I can simultaneously remove decay and watch at the same time. Working with a burr is like working with blinders. During burring you don't see what you have done. This picture shows clearly I removed demineralized enamel, very precise. Every time a retraction cord is placed around the tooth. I stain vital teeth twice before filling. After staining, I take every stained dentine at the border to enamel away, because there is no danger of damaging the pulp. Be careful not to take pale pink stained dentine close to the pulpa away. Try whether it is hard and reflects. In case it does, stop immediately. The retraction cord should be as far as possible away from the preparation site, so we avoid water out from the sulcus. I try to add 30 seconds enamel and then 20 seconds both, enamel and dentine. Important, edge 5 mm more away from the preparation to be sure that the composite can be applied to an edged surface. When you put the matrix without the retraction cord into the sulcus fluid could easily crawl upwards from the sulcus directly to our preparation edge, because of the surface tension. And this is exactly where we get the macro leakage. First I apply the primer for 30 seconds. The next step is gently drying the primer and bonding wherever you prepared and etched, 4 mm away from your preparation margin. Curing 40 seconds between each step of bonding or composite. Afterwards, I coat the tooth like a thin layer of flowable composite as a security barrier to be sure that the nearest composite to the nerve is completely cured. If necessary, like in this case, I put 2 more layers of flowable composites below the cuspids. Every time I take dentine or enamel composite, I put a flowable underneath. I avoid bubbles or gaps in between 2 composite layers. In this case, I took enamel composite to fill the distal cavity of tooth number 44. To add the finishing touches, I take an endophile ISO 06 till the distal surface is plain concave from the root surface to the occlusal surface. No edges, no discontinuity or gaps, just as it was before decay had damaged the tooth. After underlining the cuspids with flowables, I finished the central and occlusal part of my filling with dentine and enamel composite. For aesthetic reasons, I put the thin layer of bleach flowables between the enamel and the dentine composite. Then I finished the occlusal and distal surface of tooth number 45 with enamel composite. Afterwards, I took a small amount of flowable composite interdental and then pushed the enamel composite with a slim probe slightly down to the border of my preparation. It is the same procedure as before. Here I take the ISO 06 endophile to model the smooth crossing from dentine to composite at the preparation margin. In case the separator reaches the cavity interdental, like it is in this case, prepare the cervical third of the interdental area first. At this part of the filling, the right hardness of the composite is important. Is it too soft? You are not able to create a concave surface. Is it too hard? You get too many impressions and pits. In this picture, the separator is placed far down interdental directly above the rubber dam. I screw the teeth with the separator apart. I push with an ISO 06 file from occlusal to the composite towards the margin of the cavity. The advantage of the ISO 06 file is that the composite doesn't stick to it. Therefore, it is possible to pull it down into the interdental area. Due to a smooth concave surface, you should not only watch from the occlusal surface. Better, I control my mesial surface from buccal or lingual, and so I get a perfect plain concave filling. From this point of view, it also is possible to correct my composite and pull it to the margins of the preparation. If the composite sticks to the neighboring tooth, I pull it away with an ISO 06 needle and continued my work. This is more difficult when the composite you use is very soft. When you get the nearest distance to the edges and tooth, I cure with light. I control my results from the buccal point of view. At the end of the filling, oxygen gel is placed, then I remove the separator and I am able to see if the neighboring tooth gets in contact with my new composite filling. Of course, the next filling should be a buccal filling at tooth number 45. There the separator is shown for pulling the teeth apart. Thank you very much and the best wishes from Vienna, Austria, Klaus Kotschy, microscope dentist.